Are you interested in being happier in 2022? Well, research suggests that you can bring joy to your day-to-day by incorporating some of life's simple little pleasures. Hi, I'm Stephanie Lankowski, and I sell residential real estate in Destin, Florida. I recently read an article from Inc. magazine written by Minda, Zetlin, and the Geek, and it was entitled something similar to 7 simple things to add to your daily routine to bring joy and happiness. And I thought it was super easy, super fun read, and I thought I'd just give a little twist on that article to give you 7 things that you can do as a Destin local. So the first thing that you can do to add a simple pleasure to your daily routine is appreciate the colors of the sunrise. I wake up about 5 a.m. every morning with my kids and one of my kids, and I am not a morning person, and having to get up that early, I am typically pretty grouchy. And so I start looking for reasons to be positive because it's really not in my nature. And one thing I found that brings me joy is I drive east on Commons Drive every morning to get my son to the bus stop. And typically the sky is just filled with the most radiant colors as the sun rises up to start my day. And that sun and all the beautiful colors seeps through my cold, angry morning soul and brings me a small bit of joy. The second practical, simple thing that you can add to your daily routine to bring happiness is to get outdoors. Getting outdoors is a way of life here in the Emerald Coast. And while taking a walk on the beach may be the ultimate day-to-day goal, if you don't actually live on the beach, I live at the beach, but not on the beach, it's a little harder to get there every day than you would think. So whether it's a walk on the beach or just getting outside, it's so lush and beautiful here. All year round it's green, and just getting outside and breathing some fresh air, taking my dog on a walk, it settles some peace in my soul and brings me a small bit of joy, hopefully leading to happiness. So the third thing, simple thing that you can add to your routine here while living on the Emerald Coast is wildlife watching. It is like National Geographic around here. While you're out on that walk you're taking, or taking a scenic drive, or even taking your kids to ballet lessons, be looking around and hunting for those beautiful animals. Just on my walk this morning, I saw a hawk with a fish in its talons. On the daily, we see dolphins just driving to and from work and school. It is amazing, beautiful joy and pleasure to see these creations here in our natural habitat. So the fourth thing I will suggest for a simple life pleasure to your daily routine is to take the scenic way home. Not necessarily the long way home, but it might often end up being that way. I realized a couple of years ago that I lived in a house that you could get to from several different ways, and if I just drove 2 streets past the first cutoff, it took me through a natural preserve and along a big open public access to the bay. And what I realized is just taking just an extra minute, literally, to drive through that natural scenic beauty, get to look out over the water, it really just brought some joy to my soul. It gave me a moment to pause, just even a second driving by in my car, to say, man, it's beautiful here. If this is the roughest day, at least it's still beautiful where I live. The fifth simple pleasure that I will encourage you to add to your daily routine is get in that Florida sunshine. We are the Sunshine State, and we're called that for a reason, because the sunshine brings us joy and happiness. We are natives of the sun. I love to go and find a little patch of sun every day, even when we go through rainy season, sometimes in our gloomy winter season, which we're having a little bit of right now. There's typically a small break in the clouds during the day, and I can go out there and I can just let the warm sun on my face radiate through to my soul. It rarely leaves me without a smile. The sixth thing that you can do to add to your daily routine is to read a good news story So I know that oftentimes the news can be a little bit of a Debbie Downer especially in our society today. But I love reading the daily news online here in Okaloosa County because it's often filled with local accomplishments. There's some sort of celebration in there that we have local athletes of the week, or, some fundraising charity foundation has raised a lot of money for our community. And it's all about appreciating one another and lifting one another up. So go out there and find your good news in your community. The seventh thing that you can do to add simple pleasures to your daily routine to bring happiness is to build time to do nothing. And here on the Emerald Coast, we have lots of things to entertain, lots of things that can grab your eye. But one of the things that I'd like to boast that we do best is provide a bit of an island vibe and a little bit of acceptability for being that beach bum and just spending your time vegetating and doing nothing. Life has so many challenges that it throws at us every day. So I hope that you find what works for you, some simple pleasures that you can bring into your life and your day-to-day routine to bring you joy and happiness in 2022. You can learn more about the Emerald Coast by watching one of these two playlists. We have the Florida Panhandle cities and things to know when buying a home. See you next Thursday.